up, folks? This is Lindsey Huddleston with Sports Psychology Solutions back in the building in East Lansing, home of the Trojans, here with second-year coach Ray Mitchell. It's been a long time since the summer, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time, man.
It's so good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
This summer we were at the University of Detroit, their team camp. They had players and teams from all over the Metro Detroit area. You guys were one of the few teams that came down from Lansing. Why did you guys make the trek down to UAD this summer?
Well, to make a long story short, I'm actually from Pontiac, Michigan. I was born there. I moved to East Lansing, and I know it's a different style of basketball down there, and I wanted my kids to experience that during the summer. You know, it's a little tougher game. You know, you don't get as many whistles down there, and you know, we got some big goals and big dreams. You know, and in order to achieve those, sometimes you got to play different styles of basketball. So I think the experience will bode well for my team.
Yeah, because a lot of coaches sometimes shelter their players or don't expose them. How do you think they responded to that experience going down there, being in that environment?
I thought they responded extremely well. I was pleasantly surprised with how we competed, but I know I have a lot of great young talented individuals who are tough, and they're not afraid of anything. They're pretty much fearless, and it kind of showed. I wanted to see it, and I saw it.
It seemed times passed so fast. We were just down there. We were talking about that. You just got through your first season. So what did the summer and starting over this summer up until now, we're going to your second game, right? Against, you know, a popular team, a Waverly team, someone who has roots in East Lansing. A lot of people probably going to show up. So take me through the steps of what the summer was like to get your guys prepared and the season to be going. What has that been like?
So the summer was pretty much building on what we established last year, which is a defensive philosophy, but trying to improve our offense. We really struggled last year offensively, so that was kind of like our goal, was pretty much to improve that, and I think we did a good job. I kind of opened it up a little bit, made things a little bit easier for the guys. I come in with a mindset of I want to get my guys ready for college. You know, I'm not saying that forget the high school, but I want my guys to be prepared if they do play at that college level. You know, I experienced that, and I know it's a certain style of ball that you have to play in order to achieve your goals and get to that level and be able to play right away. You know, I don't want to send guys through my program and they get to college and then they gotta learn for a year or two. I want to teach them the college game now, and I came in with that mindset last year, and I don't know if it was too much, you know, on my team, but I really didn't care. You know, I wanted to push them to the limit. You know, so kind of this summer I said, let me ease back a little bit. Let me ease back, simplify some things, let them play a little bit freer. You know, less college sets, more quick hitters type of thing, and I mean, they took off. They took off. Go ahead.
It's interesting. No, I was going to say it's interesting that you made a transition, and you're being really humble when you talk about your background. You're a collegiate player, got kids to the collegiate level, but you got kids to the pro level too. So you've done it all the way through.
No, you're right. I've been coaching for 15 years now, and I've been around over 100. I've coached or trained at least 100 college kids, like over 50 Division I players, guys in the NBA, guys in the NFL also. So I have experienced a lot, and I try to give those experiences to my team right now.
So let's go back to something, because I also want people, when they check into this site, and do subscribe to the SPS Edge. How hard is it to transition when you said you came in hard, because those were your expectations, you've achieved a lot, but then something made you tweak some things and transition? How difficult is it for a coach to make a transition, and do you think coaches do it enough?
Well, it all depends on the coach, man. It's all on the individual. I would like to say I'm still learning. I'm still learning as a coach. I learned a lot as a coach. Like, this conference taught me so much. We have such great coaches at each school that I like to take a little bit from everybody. You know, in the coaching profession, you always say you're always trying to steal a little bit from somebody, and that's kind of my philosophy. I'm trying to get better every day. So I'm not stubborn. I'm not stuck with my ways. I'm still learning. I'm still developing. I'm still trying to improve, and that's just my mindset. I mean, I think it's the same way with players. You know, you got to get better every day. That's like our mantra. We try to get 1% 1% better every day. I preach that to my players, but I also try to do that myself.
No, I got to admit, man, when I had a chance just to talk to you offline yesterday when I was checking things out, and you mentioned that 1%. You had me up this morning like, man, all I got to do is get 1% better.
I mean, if you can do that, I mean, during the course of a year, there's enough practices and games where you get better. You want to be peaking into February, early March, and that's kind of like Izzo teams.
Sure,
you know, like it's not about the start; it's all about the finish.
Right.
You know, because really you want to be playing your best come tournament time, and that's the way to do it. I don't want to be playing my best right now.
Well, it's interesting because it seems like so many people when they start the season they want to make a splash, they want to make an impact, and say, "Look at us." But you're okay with that not being the case right now.
Well, I mean, you want to look good at the beginning. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to come out and look terrible or horrible, but we do want to look good. We want to make sure that we're balanced and under control and doing things the right way. But it's the build-up. It's steps. Sure. You can't skip any steps. You know, we're at the beginning, so it's kind of like the foundation. You lay that ground level first. Now you go to the first floor, then you go to second. You know, so it's always a build-up. So you know, it's progression.
Well, let's talk about a few more things. Let's talk about the team that's coming in. You're playing, particularly the coach, Rod Watts. When I was promoting this game, I said, "Hey, we got two great coaches out here. What can you say about Coach Watts? What can you say about the teams he coached? And then we can wrap it up talking about your guys and what you expect from them."
All right, so Coach Watts and myself, we have a long history together, actually. When I was a player at East Lansing back in the early 90s, Coach Watts was actually a junior varsity coach here at the school. And not only that, you know, he worked for the state police, and he would actually take me to the facility over there and work me out, give me shots up and stuff like that, and open up the gym for me. So, I mean, I've known that guy for over 25 years.
So that means he's going to show some love tonight?
I don't think he's going to show me any love tonight. You know what? It's kind of weird. It's funny because I was over at Sexton for years, and he was over at Eastern, and you know, I thought I was trying to show him some love, but he was like, no, we in battle right now. So tonight we in battle. We were embraced before, you know. When we're in battle, man, we got to get after it, and then we'll show some love afterwards. But I know he's not going to have his kids trying to show us any love tonight. They're going to pressure us for 94 for the 32 minutes. So that's what we're expecting.
So that's what you expect from a Rod Watts coach team?
I have some more about Watts.
Okay.
So Watts actually, he started me off coaching.
Are you serious?
All right, so like he was coaching with Norm Olden's Michigan Mustangs AAU squad, and he was also coaching over at Lansing Everett High School. And I had a roommate named Daryl Scott that coached the girls with Rod Watts, and Rod got him into coaching AAU basketball at the 9th grade level with Drew Valentine and Doug Anderson and all these incredible kids. And they kind of tricked me to come over to one practice over at MSU one day, and I've been coaching ever since. That was all through Watts. And Watts gave me my opportunity the following year to coach a 10th grade AAU team, and I've been coaching ever since.
Get out of here.
A shout out to Watts for getting me going.
Basically, you're part of his coaching tree, but now you're coaching against him right now.
Yeah, so
how does that feel?
I mean, it's going to be great because I have admired him for many years. Like I said, once again, when I was a youngster, he took me under his wing and he kind of tried to get me better and make me the best that I could possibly be. And then coaching with him at the AAU level and seeing him over there at Everett, they won championships over there. Then, you know, he got that job at Lansing Eastern, and man, he did an incredible makeover with those guys. He had those guys playing at a high level. I know coming in from where he started to having those guys ranked number one and having a LaDante Hinton and a plethora of other kids. Buckets. Yeah, that's my guy. He was on my team. As a 9th grader. Me and my buddy Mike Johnson, we gave him that name Buckets.
You gave him the name Buckets?
I gave him the name Buckets because we gave him the name Buckets because he was a 7th grader playing with 9th graders, and he just kept scoring, man, in so many different ways. So we just started calling him Buckets.
He is so affectionately known by that.
That's right. It's great. It's funny. Me and my guy, we joke about that all the time.
That's cool. You're doing a great job. So let's talk about your team, the team that you have this season. We don't want to put other players to the side, but can you highlight a few players, some names we've heard or may hear some more?
Well, yes. First of all, we have our leading returning scorer, Andrew Anthony. He's a big-time football recruit, but he's also a very good basketball player. This summer, he kind of took basketball off and did the football camps, and he picked up a bunch of high major offers. I truly believe if he would have played some AAU basketball, he would have Division I offers too. He had some teams looking at him, but like I said, he chose the football path. But I truly believe that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I truly believe that before this season is over, he'll also pick up some basketball offers. This kid is
so you have to make a choice.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to make a choice. This kid is just very athletic. He scores at all 3 levels. He's so much stronger this year than last year. And like I said, last year, first team all conference, first team all area, averaged 15 points. So I'm excited for this kid this year.
Wow. Anyone else comes to mind?
Oh, yeah, definitely. My point guard, Marcus Warman. People kind of saw a shell of him last year. We kind of
now he's a junior.
He's a junior now.
That's right.
But he actually started the season with mono and didn't even know it till halfway through in the season when he got injured. Then he got injured again. So people better look out because he's 100% healthy, and he's another player that's getting Division I looks right now, and he just runs the show. Smart kid, his dad is an AAU coach and brought him up the right way. So, he's a great point guard.
Yeah. You said some great things, and all you're doing is telling your story. You talked about the number of Division I athletes that you work with and things like that, and it's still happening. Talk about being able to deal with Division I type talent compared to coaches who don't have those experiences and opportunities, and what you do to kind of cultivate that compared to what other people may do.
Well, it's definitely a blessing, and I'm just blessed, to be in that situation. But I'm like a gym rat. I don't care if it's a D1 player. I was just training some 6-year-olds last night.
Yeah.
So I love the game.
Sure.
Even if I wasn't coaching, I would be working with someone. So it really is not. I'm fortunate.
Right.
But if you love the game, do what you can to help better the game.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
I guess we talk about the D1 athletes, but you're working with everybody.
I work with everyone, man. D1 athletes and people who may not even make their middle school or high school teams. It doesn't matter to me. If you want to get better, if I have the time, we can do it. Because I love the game, man, and the game has given me so much. I just love to give back.
Right. So as we sign off, anything you want to talk about to the East Lansing faithful, to whoever might be listening, any final words you want to share?
Well, definitely, yeah. I have a few more players, man. I got Mason Woods. He's a sophomore.
I know Mason.
This kid can score at so many different levels, and last year he was a freshman on varsity. I didn't want to put him on varsity, but he just kept impressing me.
Wow.
And like last year, his defense was, like a freshman, but now he stepped up in that category, and he played football, and he's so much stronger, and he's going to be a big-time player. Then we have Malachi Matthews. This is another guy that plays football. He's a 6'5" athlete, jumps out the gym. He's been a great surprise last year. We kind of forced him to play just because he was a big athlete. This year he's been so engaged, and he's a tremendous, like I said, tremendous athlete, and it's been a pleasant surprise. And then I got a couple big kids, man. I got Ethan Dunn, 6'10" sophomore.
Wow.
He has a lot of colleges.
You said 6'10"?
6'10" sophomore. Yeah, he has a lot of mid-American colleges looking at him right now. They love his work ethic, the way he communicates. We're developing offensively, but defensively he's head and shoulders above. He plays above his age right now. Got another 6'8" junior.
6'8"?
Ethan Boyd. Yeah, we got some size. We got some athleticism. Ethan Boyd is an offensive tackle, and he has a lot of mid-major football offers. He's on the verge of getting some Big Ten offers. So we got a lot of players. Man, our leading scorer last game was a senior, Garrett Christensen.
Really?
This kid didn't see the floor last year, and he had an incredible first game, led us with 14 points, had 6 rebounds.
Wow.
So we have a lot of different pieces.
So as a senior, he stuck in there, because you said he didn't see the floor, but he still stayed committed.
He stuck in there, and for him to have such a great game that first game, his future is really bright also, and he's 6'4".
Wow.
Yes.
So you guys probably got the biggest size in the CAAC, is that correct?
I would say that no one is bigger than us. I don't know if we're the biggest, but I don't envision anyone being bigger than us.
But that's huge, because in the past season, I've seen smaller teams. Yeah. So if you got size, that's a big thing.
It's a big thing, but at the same time, those guys, they got to learn how to check smaller guys.
That's true.
So it's like the gift and the curse.
Sure.
It's good on one end, but then you got to have the foot speed and intelligence to guard a smaller guy that may be more agile and may play on the perimeter a little bit more. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, they got to be careful with it. So we got Ray Mitchell here doing great things, looking GQ smooth, representing for the Trojans. Just to wrap up, man, it's been great watching your career and what you're doing. I'm so glad you're here having this impact. Any last words you want to share?
Well, I just want to say hello to the Trojan family. Come out and support us. We're going to try to give you the best basketball that we possibly can every night. Understand we're still a developing team and program, and just come out and support.
That's great. You heard it here, SPS Edge in the building. Subscribe to SPS Edge on YouTube. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.